Today we wanted to talk about property management for your real estate investments.
Right, so maybe you are not a hands-all, do-it-all kind of person, and you want to kind of have a little space in between you and your investment. So you want to make sure that you're not leading the day-to-day. So we want to talk about property management so you can kind of understand what you're looking for, and when you're interviewing people and seeing if this is something you want to go through and have somebody else manage your property for you. So property management is going to have a lot of responsibilities. These are vital, and let's just kind of break down these into different categories so you can break down not only the day-to-day, but also your long-term financial planning so you can really kind of step into this investment.
Exactly. Therefore, really the property management is all about how your return on investment impacts your profitability. And today we wanted to start talking about financial management. One of the primary rules of the property management is really managing your property finances, and start really with the number one, collecting rent and tracking the late payments if any tenant is behind. And what is the next one?
Also, we're going to make sure that they're setting competitive rentals based on market trends. You don't want to be the person renting for $700 when everybody else rents for $15.
Exactly. Then the third one, really we wanted to manage and budget for property operations. And number four is maintaining the financial records, and providing the owners monthly financial statement. What else?
And the last one is planning for your long-term financial goals for renovating and upgrades to making sure the finances stay in order. Having an online system for rent does make it more convenient for you and for them in order to pay, for you to get paid. Everybody gets paid as long as they have an online way. The second thing we're going to talk about is maintenance. Maintenance and repairs. These are key if you own a real estate because you have to talk about eventually things break and we eventually have to fix things. So it's crucial to understanding your safety, your customer satisfaction, and your own property standards so you're keeping value in the home. So we want to make sure that the property management is going to do regular inspections to make sure the property is upkept. They're going to what else?
The next one is addressing and resolving the maintenance requests in a timely manner.
And the third one is going to be making sure cleaning and landscaping and maintenance outside is going to be done.
And next one, or the last one, is overseeing repairs and working with a contractor closely that they have a specialized skills.
Now, we're going to go into more, but let's do our introduction. Let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, you call text all the time, 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Don't be shy. Also, grab our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below. Now, let's talk about tenant relations.
Exactly. Therefore, tenant relationship is really one of the key important things in the property management. Really building a positive relationship is the central core for this tenant retention is. And property manager really are responsible for a couple items to build this relationship. And number one, start with the communication effectively with the tenant regarding the policy and concerns.
The second one is that the lease terms are going to be fair and respectful for all, very clear, fair and respectful for you and your tenant. So everybody is fair.
Exactly. Number three is responding promptly to the tenant complaints or their emergencies.
Right, and the last one might be, communication of community events, tenant satisfaction. You want to make sure there. Let me give an example. If there's a noise complaint, somebody's being really, really loud, property management is going to make sure that the issue is fairly handled and it's prevented so it's not escalating.
Exactly. The next important item is really marketing and leasing.
This is really, marketing is the key to make sure that you have low vacancy. You don't want, the more you have if you have no vacancy, no heads in the beds, then you have no money coming in. So you want to make sure that you have marketing materials ready for listing those vacant properties and they are ready to be unleashed. What's the second one?
The second one, beside of that, really is organizing the property showing for prospective tenants. That is super important. You need to be on it.
Next one is screening tenants and negotiating lease terms. This is really kind of the bread and butter. You want to make sure that these tenants are good tenants. They're going to take care of the place.
And number four is really preparing the lease agreement and coordinating moving in and moving out for the tenants. And do you have any example that you wanted to make?
Basically, virtual tour, social media, online listing opportunities is going to give you a wider pool of renters, and that's going to be something that really helps you.
What is the next item?
Compliance.
Okay.
Law, compliance, regulations. You want to talk about it?
Exactly. Therefore, property management also should make sure that it's compliant with all local or state federal regulation, and it really starts with staying updated with the relevant housing laws and regulation.
Number 2 is making sure that the property meets health codes, safety codes. Those are all very important.
And also number 3 is keeping record of the tax compliance or other regulatory purposes.
And the last one, of course, is making sure that you can handle evictions and all legal matters according with the law. So we're going to make sure that everything is handled according to the rules. An example might be that all rental units must have a smoke detector, a carbon monoxide detector, because these are going to be legal things for safety. The next thing we're going to talk about is risk management. Risk management is basically there to make sure that we're mitigating our risk, to make sure that the property has value, the owner's getting their investment, and everybody is staying happy because everything is staying together, and we have low risk. So number 1 is making sure you have insurance. Make sure you have adequate insurance. So we're not skipping out on insurance with this one.
Exactly. Number 2 is really implementing safety and security measures for those properties.
And also disaster preparations. In my area, this would be hurricanes, tornadoes, floods. Not that you should buy in a flood zone, but these are things you have to consider.
And number 4 really is addressing any liabilities issues to reduce the potential for any lawsuits.
Right, so basically, here's an example. Making sure you have security cameras where you have video, so if somebody is trying to break into places, there is ways that you're keeping your tenants safe, you're having the police called, and it is something that you are handling. So in conclusion, you want to make sure that you have financial, people skills, attention to detail, understanding of property law, and really a property manager is going to make sure that they are getting paid monthly based on that rental, but they're going to ensure that that home is staying profitable and is staying long-term success. So it's always good to have partners, because partners really help you grow.
Exactly. And don't forget to go to alandvictoriapinder.com and also connect with us, Alan Victoria Pinder, local real estate agent in Greenville, Winterville, Pitt County, North Carolina. We'd love to help you and also watch all these videos, and see you next time.